I was never a friend of pure magic users like wizards, sorcerers, but maybe Dragon's Dogma 2 can convince me that they did something different and I should play it. So let's check it out.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Today we're going to be diving deep into the Sorcerer Advanced class. We're going to go over the weapon skills, core skills, augments, and how powerful this class is going to be. When you start the game, this vocation will not be available. Once you reach to a certain point, you're going to be prompted with a quest line in which you need to complete. This is going to be the same thing for a warrior as well as going to be for the sorcerer. So once you get to that location, then you will have the ability to be able to unlock this advanced class. But the big question is the Sorcerer Advanced class a class for you? Well, we're going to be diving deep today, and we're going to be explaining a little bit of how this class is going to play, and overall is going to show us if we are ready to take on this challenge. Now,
So, first of all, I like the approach that you don't have the classes immediately, but there's a kind of quest. It makes you really get into the class world or the magical world or the warrior world and understand what you're doing, probably. So that's more of immersion.
the sorcerer is an advanced class from the mage. Yes, this one takes it to another different level. Sorcerers are going to specialize in range magic attacks and also are going to be able to use both hands to be able to channel the arcane energy. Now, you're also going to be using large staffs that are going to be dealing tremendous amount of damage. As a sorcerer, you're going to have full access to spells that can deal an area of effect damage, making them overall more powerful than the mage that you were able to use right from the beginning. However, as you are using the different spells and powers, you're going to notice that it's going to cost a lot more. And then on top of this, your defense is not going to be as strong as the other different vocations. But the opposite of defense is what the difference is in the sorcerer. The sorcerer is a brutal, a very potent class that is going to deal tremendous amount of offensive damage.
In the gameplay back there, it looks really imposing. Like when stones are falling or from the skies, or meteors, or this one with the storm, that looks really great. I don't know how you can find yourself playing with it, because when you have a pawn that is a mage, that can be a little bit distracting when something huge happened next to you and you're like a melee and are a little bit surprised if that damaged you or was it another enemy, you know.
You're going to be able to make sure that you are strategizing of how you're going to position yourself, because this is not the class that is going to engage in very close combat at all. You need to make sure that you're always going to be in a safe location. But when you make that rain drop on all the different type of enemies, they're going to feel the power of a sorcerer. This vocation is very challenging and might take you a little bit until you get used to it.
Even the casting already looks really cool. Great work here.
So if you're not the type of player that likes to sit back and just do a lot of damage, then this class is not going to be for you. But let's dive in deep on the different type of weapon skills, core skills, and also the augments that you're going to have available. Now, as of today, this is pre-release of the game. This is what is available. Once the game launches, everything might just change. We might get extra ones, or we might just have less. So just have that in mind. Now let's dive deep into this one. The first one is going to be the flagration. This one is going to unleash a swivel jet of flames straight ahead for a period of time. The flame ignores defense and can pass through multiple targets. While active, the caster can still move around. So that is going to give you the opportunity not to be mobile. So in case you get rushed, you're going to have the flexibility to get out of the way. The next weapon skill is going to be the high flagration. This is an advanced form of flagration that unleashes a more powerful jet of flame. The next one is the...
And again, as I said in the warrior video before, some of those attacks are just advanced attacks of the same, kind of magical school or something like that. Yeah, you know, it's a little bit maybe lazy design, but yeah, I would have liked it more than you can upgrade it to the point that it gets like a higher or advanced skill instead of like pointing it as a advanced skill or different skill.
11. This one strikes the enemy from above with tongues of lightning. Can summon additional lightning bolts by consuming stamina. And next we got Frigger. Conjures a giant pillar of ice that lingers from a period of time and can serve as a stepping stone after the pillar is destroyed. Gravel blocks of ice will remain. Salamander. This one's
that is cool. Like that when you cast something, it still remains on the battlefield as long as you can use it. That is great. Cool concept. Should be more in games and not like disappear. I know sometimes the computers can't handle that or the GPUs, but it is a good thing when you can use what you're casting. Kind of like in Divine Divinity 2, where you could use the environment for special attacks or certain attacks.
Conjure a flame of slithers forward along with the ground. The flame remains from time and deals continuous damage to any target that is going to touch. The Thunder Mine. This one conjures a ball of lightning that automatically unleashes crackling bolts at foes who draw near. The bolts also knock down smaller targets, dissipates in time or after a number of attacks. The Haggle. This one's going to summon a bone-chilling blizzard in the immediate vicinity that damage any target it touches and inflicts them with the frostbite. The Decanter is going to sap the target's health and grants it into the caster. The effect continues for as long as the spell is maintained, but the caster must remain stationary. So in other words, you gotta be very strategic to this weapon skill because you're not going to be mobile. So if you're under attack with your low defense, you might just suffer a lot of drop on health. Now we're going to move on to the different core skills. We have 3 of them: bursting bolt, quick spell, and also levitate. We have seen all of this during any of the different gameplays that you probably have seen. You're also watching it right here. The first core skill that we're going to be taking a look at is the bursting bolt. This one stores up magic before unleashing it in a powerful burst that explodes sometime after connecting with a target. Effect differs based on active enchantments, and as you are seeing it, it is a really nice core skill to have. Now, quick spell is just what it says. It greatly hastens incantation speed, consumes stamina while active. So you're going to be able to use this spell a lot faster than any other one. So that might be a nice go-to spell if you are under attack. Now, levitate is just what it says. You are going to be able to manipulate and just be up on the air, while at the same time, you're going to be able to inflict different spells. Now, let's move on to the different augments that we're going to be taking.
So far, I'm not convinced, and I think that does not change. So the spells sound interesting. They sound nice. Visually, they're gorgeous. So, like, if I could have a melee character that has this kind of visual effects on his attacks, give me that. But I'm not very much into sorcerers.
Look at, we have asperity, stasis, conveyance, and also opulence. Now, these words are very tough to say, so I do apologize if I butcher any of those. The first one is going to be asperity. This one increases the likelihood of inflicting debilitations with your attacks. Stasis, this one is going to reduce the rate at which items deteriorate. Conveyance, this one is going to have movement speed while carrying or lifting. And oppose is going to increase gold obtained when acquiring coin pouches.
Again, the same like with the warrior with the pouches. I don't know that I don't feel like that fits the class fantasy that much. The other ones kind of feel okay. In overall, I would say there are some mechanics that are like, again, kind of like drawn from the Wizard of Diablo 4. Maybe they also drawn it from somewhere else, but I mean, I only know it from Diablo 4. Yeah, so in general, meh.
So overall, all of those are the weapon skills, core skills, and also the augment. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about the sorcerer's class? Do you think this is going to be a class that is going to be for you or not? Especially for me, I don't know if I'm going to go this route. I kind of like to be in the action more, so maybe a thief or a warrior might be the best way.
Okay, I guess that's all for the video, but yeah, I don't even know, to be completely honest, if I want to have a mage or wizard or sorcerer in my group. Probably you need one somehow, but I don't want to have all those mechanics and visuals, even though they're nice, like distracting me from my fighting probably. But I guess I will try a mage class, probably a trickster, something like that. Was it? In my maybe second playthrough. That's the idea. But yeah, that's all for now, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.